Now Marge and Gower champion. Champion! Singer around, his name is Dean Martin. Dean Martin! And what are we all here for? To be with Dinah Shore. One for the money, two for the show, two for the show.
Three to get ready.
Three to get ready, four to go, four to go. Kick off your shoes, relax. Sit back, enjoy the show. One for the money, 1, 2, 2 for the show. 1, 2, 3, 3 to get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Wow! And here's the show. 2 for the show. 3 to get ready. Let's go.
More than 7,000 Chevrolet dealers all over America bring you live from Hollywood, The Chevy Show, starring Dinah Shore with her guests, Marge and Gower Champion, Stubby K, Johnny Silver, the Skylarks, and her special guest star, Dean Martin. And here she is, Miss Dinah Shore.
How do you do, and welcome to our show for the Chevrolet dealers all over America. Wow, these hour television shows are a whole new world to us, but we've had a ball rehearsing all week. You've no idea how much work there is to planning a show like this. For instance, there's one number that Marge and Gower and Dean and I do later on in the show that took hours and hours of planning in addition to rehearsals. So in live television, you have to get it right the first time. You can imagine how it...
Is this beautiful? Imagine for a lousy 500 clams, you and I, we bought NBC. What a steal. We could sell his junk to CBS and retire. Well, don't just stand there. Answer the door. Servants.
How do you do, and welcome to our show for the... Are you sure that door is supposed to be there?
I am sure it is not. We are right in the middle of moving it and everything else out of here.
How come you can't do that?
Down, ma'am. The thing of it is this. Me and my undernourished friend here have but recently acquired the acquisition of these premises in toto.
Good heavens. Does this mean General Sarnoff is out of a job?
The Army needs men like him.
He's good officer material.
Well, when did this happen? Nobody told me anything about it.
About 30 minutes ago.
That's right, ma'am. We were standing on a corner discussing how nice it would be to own NBC.
When this gent informs us that he is in a position to arrange a sale.
That's right.
Well, who was he?
Well, he didn't say. He just kept singing that cornball song. Sweet, sweet, the memories you gave for me. Sweet, sweet, the memories you gave for me.
Oh, no, you can't just come in here and move away all our scenery and our lights and everything. We got a whole lot of very talented people waiting to get on the air.
Sorry, ma'am. Everything goes tonight because tomorrow we're moving in roller derby.
Well, in that case, I'd like to sing my song as soon as possible. That is, before the skaters get here.
Lady, you don't seem to understand. There's no time for recital.
One little old song I've been rehearsing so hard. I've worked myself to a frenzy. Just one little bitty old song.
Clyde. Little conference. Excusez-moi.
Oh, oui.
Ma too.
Do you realize to whom you were talking to?
No, to whom?
The songbird of the South. The queen of the open road. Dinah Chevrolet.
You mean... Mwah!
The same. Now, don't you think we'd better let her sing another song?
Yeah.
Ma'am, you must forgive Humpty Dumpty. He had a great fall.
Yeah, you see, lady, there was this wall, and...
Still get the pains, huh?
Yeah.
Well, pull yourself together and do me a favor, will you?
Sure enough.
What's your pleasure, doll?
Well, would you move this door out here?
I sure will.
Thank you. And if you would move over to that little old light board and light the little old switch that lights my little old set,
And if I do, what you gonna do for little old me?
Why, sing a song, of course.
Well, scuttle my sycamore.
Free and easy, that's my style. How'd it do me? Watch me smile. Fare thee well me after a while, 'cause I've got a roll, and any place I hang my hat is cold. Sweetening water, cherry wine. Thank you kindly, suits me just fine. Kansas City, Caroline, that's my honeycomb, and any place I hang my hat is home. Birds roosting in the trees pick up and go, and the going through. That's how it ought to be. I pick up too when the spirit moves me. Cross the river, round the bend. Howdy, stranger, so long, friend. There's a voice in the lonesome wind that keeps whispering, roll. I'm going where the welcome mat is, wherever that is. 'Cause any place I hang my hat is home.
We were a smash.
Only the greatest.
How'd you like my song?
It was a little long, but the lights were beautiful.
And what a hand we got.
What a hand. Who got who?
Not who got, we got.
You got.
No, we got.
Oh, we got. What have we got for an encore?
Well, how about a dehydrated version of I'll Cry Tomorrow?
Or an impression of that side-splitting humorist, John Cameron Swayze.
That's a very good idea. I got a better one. See, Marge and Gower Champion warming up over there. See?
We don't want no hoofers scratching up the tops of our tables.
I'm sorry, doll. No hoofers. You see, how can I like people who keep jumping around?
Oh, you don't have to worry. But they're not going to scratch your tabletops, and they don't need lights. All these dancers need is a beat. Rhythm is something they got to have. You might say they're addicted to it.
Addicted? Yeah. You know, like the man with the golden arm.
That's right. And if you do everything in tempo, you just watch what happens to them. Start like this, see? Got it?
Yeah?
Okay, let's go. Ready? Hi. Hello, Dinah.
There you are.
How was Florida? Wonderful, but there's nothing like home. Yeah, I know. How was the weather?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
There's nothing like home. How's yours?
There's nothing like home. You can say that again.
There's nothing like home. Nothing like home.
My, you dancers sure work hard.
Keeps you in shape.
Lots of fun. How many minutes you going to do? What do we do? 2?
3.
4?
There's nothing like home.
Say that again.
There's nothing like home.
Well.
There's nothing like home. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Chevrolet, Chevrolet, see how they run, see how they run. The hot one's hotter in every way, with lights and pickup and getaway. The hottest car in the USA is Chevrolet,
Chevrolet, car of the year, with every gear. You get your choice of upholsteries with power steering for parking ease. A motoring palace of luxuries is Chevrolet, Chevrolet, champion of all, champion of all. We hate to brag and we hate to preach, but here is something for one and each. The hottest car at Daytona Beach is Chevrolet, Chevrolet, champion of all, champion of all. We hate to brag and we hate to preach, but here is something for one and each. The hottest car at upholsteries with power steering for parking ease. A motoring palace of luxuries
with
is
lights and pickup and getaway. The hottest car in the USA is Chevrolet, Chevrolet.
You never saw such a car in your life for Chevrolet.
Chevrolet, Chevrolet. Oh, what a buy! Oh, what a buy! The price is lower than it should be, for Chevy's loaded with quality.
The perfect colors that match your eyes is every model in every size. We have them over the buy and buys. From bumper to trunk, every car is new. Run to your dealer and buy a few by Chevrolet, Chevrolet. You never saw such a car in your life for Chevrolet.
more things. One really wonderful thing about doing an hour show as opposed to a 15-minute show is that you get a chance to work with people like this next gentleman. A great talent, very fine wit, a very fine singer, my very good friend, Mr. Dean Martin.
If our lips should meet in Amarada, kiss me sweet in Amarada, hold me close and say you're mine. Where the love is warm as wine, I'm in heaven's door in Amarada. Want you more and more in Amarada. Your symphony, a very beautiful sonata, my enamorada. Say that you're my sweetheart, my love. I'm at heaven's door in Amarada. Want you more and more in Amarada. Your symphony, a very beautiful sonata, my enamorada. Say that you're my sweetheart, my one and only sweetheart. Say that you're my sweetheart, my love.
You don't have to bow to any... Oh, that was so pretty.
Well, thank you, Dinah.
Oh, I just loved it. Where have you been?
Oh, I've been here earning my hog jowls and hominy grits, and I still say the Civil War was fixed.
Where were you before you were fixing it? I
Well-
thought maybe you'd buy me dinner.
Well, I got hung up with a couple real estate clients of mine.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
Did you sell them anything?
Well, I picked up as fast as 500 clams.
No kidding. Where'd you sell them?
Oh, some fat in-bonus friend wanted to buy NBC.
Oh?
So I sold it to him.
Well, you could just as well have sold them the Brooklyn Bridge.
Well, heavens to Betsy, no, get out. You know they ain't got that kind of money.
Hey, Dean, what are you doing? This is my show.
Well, I get top billing on the Martin and Lewis show.
Yeah, but I'm a girl.
Well, viva la difference.
Now, listen here. You take the money, and I'll take the billing.
No, you take the money. I'll take the billing. It's Dino and Dinah.
Dinah and Dino.
Let's call the whole thing off. You stick to singing. I'll tell the jokes, dear.
No, I'm always singing. I'll tell the jokes, dear.
All right, be funny.
Okay? What has 8 legs and sings?
The 4 aces. Funny, funny.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Let's try working hand in hand and seeing eye to eye.
I'll try if you'll admit that I'm star.
I'd rather die.
Well, if that's your decision, I'll have to call Perry.
I've just had a vision. You know, I'm with Jerry.
I know, but Jerry's crazy.
And Perry's so lazy.
Let's call the whole thing off. Oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part.
And oh, if we call the whole thing off,
It'll break your heart.
it sure will, honey
Oh,
child.
no. Well, I tell you what. You keep the billing and keep all the money.
My taxes are killing, and you're the star, honey.
No, Dino and Dinah.
That's right, Dino and Dinah.
Let's call the calling off.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Listen, I love that. I really enjoyed singing that. But no kidding, Dean. If I wanted top billing, you'd let me have it, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. Well, let me put it to you in another way. If I really, truly wanted my name first up there,
You haven't got a
wouldn't let
fat
me
chance
have
of getting
it.
your name. But I'll tell you something.
What are you going to tell me, sweetheart?
Well, you made me love you.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me want you.
And all the time you knew it. I guess you always knew it. You made me happy sometimes. You made me glad.
But on the other hand, there were so many times you made me feel so bad.
Well, you made me cry for. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I want some love. That's true. Yes, I do. Dee, I do. You know I do. Give me what I cry for. You know you got the brandy kisses that I died for. You know you made me, Lord, you made me love you. I didn't want to tell you, I didn't want to tell you. I want some love, that's true, yes I do, deed I do, you know I do. Of all the fish in the deep blue sea, I'm glad you went and put your hooks in me. Baby, you know you made me love you.
Oh, isn't he wonderful? He really is.
Pardon
Oh,
us,
Betty.
doll.
Where you going? Hey, what you got there?
You are through with this, aren't you?
I am now.
Thank you.
If you watch our 15-minute show, you know we have 5 very talented people on the show called the Skylarks. Well, tonight they're going to sing a very exciting arrangement for you of Blow, Gabriel, Blow, the Skylarks.
Do you hear that playing?
Yes, I hear that playing.
Do you know who's playing?
So who's that playing?
It's Gabriel.
Gabriel. Yes. It's Gabriel, Gabriel playing. Gabriel, Gabriel saying.
Will you be ready to go when I blow my horn?
Yes, we'll be ready to go when you blow your horn. Go on and blow, Gabriel, blow. Go on and blow, Gabriel, blow. I've been a sinner, I've been a scamp, and now I'm willing to trim my lamp. So blow, Gabriel, blow. I was low, Gabriel, low. Mighty low, Gabriel, low. But now since I have seen the light, I'm good by day and good by night. So blow, Gabriel, blow. Once I was headed for hell. Once I was headed for hell. But when at the Satan's door. I heard you blowing your horn once more, so I said, Satan, farewell. Once I was headed for hell. Once I was headed for hell. But when I got to Satan's door, I heard you blowing on your horn once more. So I said to Satan, farewell. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Gabriel, blow that horn. Okay, blow. Okay, blow. Okay, blow. Gabriel, blow that horn. Blow your horn, boy. Blow your horn, boy. Blow your horn, boy. Gabriel, blow that horn. Yes, blow. Gabriel, blow, blow, blow. Gabriel, blow. Gabriel, Gabriel, blow that horn. Blow, blow, blow. Gabriel, blow, blow, blow. Gabriel, blow, blow, blow. Gabriel, Gabriel, blow that horn. Gabriel, blow that horn. Gabriel, blow that horn. Wanna join the happy band? Where the joy and sun and sand will blow. Gabriel, blow.
Hi, Joel Aldrich, speaking for the more than 7,000 Chevrolet dealers all over America. You know, the main talk this time of the year always centers around the start of another season of America's favorite game. Yes, baseball's the game. And here's one team that knows how to travel in big league style. In Chevrolet's big, handsome Bel Air Beauville station wagon. This Chevy wagon is baseball team big, all right. So long, so wide, it can easily carry a pack of kids. Yes, it carries 9 passengers with ease. And yet, with all this roominess, every bit of the dash and sparkle that's distinctively Chevrolet is right there. But that's just one of Chevrolet's 9 passenger station wagons for 56. The other one is the magnificent 210 Beauville. This beauty can practically fill the bleachers in one trip. Big and brawny, this Chevy Beauville also has 3 wide, comfortable seats. And each seat can hold 3 people. Or you can fold down the center seat, lift out the rear seat, for giant-sized hauling room. Now, just take a look. With the end gate down, Chevy station wagons give you nearly 9 feet of cargo space that's suitable for almost any kind of hauling. Of course, this handsome, hard-working 210 Beauville is only one in Chevrolet's fleet of 6 station wagons. And here they are. The 150 Handyman, Chevy's lowest-priced wagon. The 210 Handyman, a smart-looking 2-door model. The 210 Townsman, 4 doors and 6 passengers big. And next, Chevy's 9 passenger station wagons, the 210 Beauville and the Bel Air Beauville. Finally, the most glamorous of them all, the Chevrolet Nomad. Yes, if you're a station wagon fan, Chevy has just the wagon for you. Low priced, but big league in looks, with big league power and big league performance. This year, whether you're going to the ball game, whether you're going cross town or cross country, go in style in America's favorite car, Chevrolet. now the Chevy Show takes you back to the golden age of vaudeville. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dinah Shore and Miss Marge Champion, better known to their multitude of fans as the Honey Sisters.
Let us introduce ourselves to you, and you, and you. We have many songs we'd like to do, some old, some new. For we are the Honey Sisters, but to be precise, I'm sugar, I'm spice. They go wild, simply wild over us. They go mad and they kick us such a butt. No matter where we're at, all the fellas spin our back. The tall ones, the small ones, we grab them up like that. Every night how they fight over us. Every man that we meet is amorous. The fellas look at me and sigh. In my arms they want to die. They go wild, simply wild over us. Over us! Such a fun! They look at me and sigh. In my arms they want to die. They go wild, simply wild. The father and the child, they go wild, simply wild over us, 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 us. When we tiptoe to
Beautiful. That was some beautiful number. I think it is a lousy shame.
What's bugging you, old pal of mine? Is it that you are sorry we bought NBC?
Yes, and only because we are putting that wonderful Chevrolet doll out of a job.
Not to mention her sister, who is more my size.
You know, sometimes I think we are too emotional.
Yeah, two emotional slobs.
Well, it is. Hey, let's keep this one for ourselves.
Yeah, we'll be a two-car family.
You and me. Hey, this must have been General Sarnoff's car.
What are you talking about?
Well, it says so right there, see? General's motor.
Started by Eddie's Fisher.
You know, Johnny, kind of gives me a little tug right here. To think that after all these years of scratching and fighting our way down life's winding highway,
Hustling food, doping horses.
my delicate friend, that is all behind us now.
Yeah, we are two law-abiding television executives. No more ducking the gendarmes.
No more playing the numbers.
No more nothing. How'd you come me into this?
Simple. Brains, man.
Brains. You, my friend, have the brain of an amoeba.
And a what?
Amoeba. The simplest form of animal life, consisting of a microscopic nucleated mass of protoplasm, dense on the outside and empty on the inside. It changes its form by protruding portions of its body called pseudopods.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Come, leave us get out of here before they start another number. They go wild.
Go to flat.
To be one of a kind is a rarity, particularly in show business where there are lots of singers and lots of actors and lots of dancers. But this distinction falls beautifully on Marge and Gower Champion. That they are both exquisite dancers is a well-known fact. But what they add to their dance is charm, humor, and reason. Here are Marge and Gower Champion dancing their delightful story, Aphrodite and the Thief.
Duke McGee. He's the crook who's known from coast to coast as the most fabulous, 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 fabulous. Duke McGee.
That's me.
Duke McGee. A fancy stepping crook is he. Duke McGee, a man of taste. He only steals what cannot be replaced. A perfect pearl from Cartier, a priceless face from old Pompeii, an original Botticelli.
First edition of Keats or Shelley.
Duke's greatest triumph came one day while strolling through the Metropolitan Art Museum on Fifth Avenue. He was just about to pinch a Da Vinci overhead when he was suddenly stopped. Wow, he said. Before him stood a statue, bare of form and face.
It was the goddess Aphrodite. In her hand, she held a vase. It was solid gold with emeralds, rubies, pearls, diamonds.
Don't bother to wrap it. I'll steal it the way it is.
Duke McGee, fancy stepping crook is he.
Look, there's the roof.
Yeah, we can make enough dough out of this to buy that hot bridge he's been trying to unload. Hey, music man.
Hey, now, Persons, where are you going with all those props there?
Well, we just apprehended Pepe Lamoco making off with the broad and the bric-a-brac.
Why, the crook, I always sold him the mineral rights.
You know, my intuition smells a rat, which tells me to be a little dubious of this whole soggy deal.
Oh, now, take a look at this face. Take a look. Would I lie to you? Would I lie to you? Well, you know, I don't have to do this for a living. Oh, I got another racket.
What's that?
Acting, singing.
Is that a good touch?
Is it a good touch? I sing a toot, grab the loot, and scoot.
As of now, we're muscling in.
Muscling in. Well, now, steady. You know, to be an actor, you need a style, flair, and something that makes you stand out from the crowd.
Well, that lets us out.
I beg to differ. Martin, you and your kind are through. You're all washed up. The parade has passed you by. You, Cary Grant, Wayne Morris, you're all on the way out.
Yeah, out.
Not bad. Not bad at all. You know?
You know something? The star of today is the man in the street. The public wants a little bit of realism. You've got to give them a slice of life.
Looks like you're going to last for a long time. But, Wayne Morris. Look, now, I'm going to put you to a test. Now, just picture this, the scene, Nazi Germany, the night before the fall of Berlin. Me, I'm the Fuhrer. You're Goebbels. You're Joan Scott Trotter.
My Fuhrer.
Fine.
Are you sure we're winning this war?
Well, we had it made till somebody goofed.
Ich habe eine Question.
Shoot, was ist ein Question?
Ist das nicht ein Schnitzelbank?
Ist das nicht ein Schnitzelbank?
Ist das nicht ein Matzebrei?
Nein, ist ein Pizza Pie.
Mein Führer!
That's my name. What's your name?
When my friends come to my house, they always say, Loritz.
Can I have a 3-day pass?
3-day pass. Now, listen, old buddies, let me lay the truth on you.
You're not going to give us that Tomorrow the World bit again.
Well, to quote Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney? Yeah, he said, the situation is the lowest. We're up to our knees and enemies there.
It's a good title for a song.
Yeah, but where's the orchestra?
Well, I told the band to cut out. They took the orchestration, so we'll have to fake a delay in action to cover the retreat.
A fine kettle of fish.
Wayne Morris?
Listen, our mission ain't fishing, and it's to hold a position. What'd you say your name was?
When my friends come to my house, they always say, Loritz.
There's a good title for a song. What kind of pass did you want?
24-hour pass. Want a date with a midget.
Pass. You got a date with a midget? Yeah. Well, now, no. The way I see the whole thing there, you see, we got to hold out till the last possible minute. Now, then it's every man for himself there. And but don't you worry, Dad loaned me the submarine, and it's parked outside.
Is that a U-boat?
That's my boat.
U-boat? It's my boat.
I think it's his boat.
I'm sure it's his boat.
Well, being as I am mortally wounded, I'll see you cats later.
Where you going?
Well, I got to get a tattoo at 5:30 and my ears pierced at 6.
He's really a very nice fella.
Well, all these show people are nice.
Especially that Dinah doll, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Oh, doll, ma'am.
Hi.
On account of we got a few minutes left on the parking meter, we thought we'd let you sing another song.
And I'm sure you're going to need a prop.
Thank you. You're very nice.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
you held my hand.
See your Chevrolet dealer right away for the best used cars you can buy today with the OK used car tags that say OK. See the man at Chevrolet. OK.
What do you think? The time has come to close the store, pull down the curtain, and lock the door. There's no delay. The clock is saying we gotta go now.
From all of us to all of you,
Stubby and Johnny,
we say good night.
Marge and Joan, Dean and Dinah.
That's right, Dean and Dinah. We gotta go now.
Oh, thank you, everybody. We've loved being with you tonight. Next week, Martha Ray and her guests, Jean-Pierre Armand, Harpo Marx, Rocky Graziano, and her very special guest, Risa Stevens. Oh, be sure to, whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, for anything, see the USA in the Chevrolet. America is asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
The Chevy Show has been brought to you by your Chevrolet dealer, who invites you to see and drive the 56 Chevrolet, the car that broke the Pikes Peak stock car record. Be with us in 3 weeks when the Chevy Show presents Bob Hope with his guests Katherine Grayson, Pearl Bailey, and George Sanders. Meanwhile, watch the Dinah Shore Show twice each week on many of these stations on this network. And Crossroads, dramatic stories based on actual experiences of American clergymen, each week on another network. This is Joel Aldrich saying goodnight for Chevrolet and reminding you to drive with care everywhere.
A lot of times in Scripture, to bring out scriptural revelation, the metaphors are often agricultural. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Agricultural times. There will always be day and night, seed time and harvest. Except a grain of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abide alone, but if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. Agricultural terms. Occasionally, God uses architectural terms. Architectural terms imply that there is going to be a lot of work involved in order for there to be a building. It's one thing to plant a seed and watch it grow. It's another thing to build something from the ground up. There's going to be some sweat equity. There's going to be some work involved. There's going to be some tenacity required in order to build something from the ground up. People don't like building too much. They don't like building too much. They kind of like to buy something, you know, buy something ready. Just move in, turn the lights on. I'm ready.
This is the potter's touch.
Greetings in the name of Jesus Christ, our King. I'm excited and delighted to have an opportunity to be with you. I count it a privilege to share the word of the Lord with you. I believe God is up to something in your life. I've been sharing this series, Work Your Faith. Today, I'm going to share a message called The Discipline of Doing. It's going to take some discipline to do it. You may have to go through some things, but when you start doing the things that God has called you to do, God is going to do some awesome things. It's time to dig deep so you can build the life God has already planned for you. Are you ready for this? Even the best builders hit some storms. Stop blaming yourself when things go crazy. It's not your fault. Endure the storm. And when you come out of it, God's going to do something amazing. Got to do your work now. Get ready for this. This message is going to bless your life. Take a look at this. Building can be stressful. I heard my pastor when I was a little boy. They built the church up on Vandalia, and he after he did it once, he said he would never do it again. He said, building is for young men. And I didn't know what he meant, but I understand now what he meant. Building is, and if you don't understand it, you haven't built nothing. By the time you get to going through the stress and the headache and the aggravation and the disappointments and the regulations and the committees and the zonings and the permits and the runaway contractors and you have to be up for the task if you're going to build. When you build now, you build first by design and then by reality. You build you get an architect and he draws it out. And when the drawing looks right, then the hammering and the nailing and the digging and the pouring begin. But nobody likes to build without a vision. Nobody wants to build without a plan. Once you get that plan in place, and once you get that plan approved, and once you get through getting all of that organized, and you have the site and the location and the inspection and all the infrastructures in there that you need in order to build what you're trying to build, then you start digging your way up. Yeah, it's funny because building speaks to erecting something, but in order to erect something, you have to go down. In the part of the world I came from, we had basements. You all don't have basements down here because of the soil and whatnot, but we had basements, and you dug out the basement and poured the footer and poured the concrete, and then you started laying block, and then you put the house on the foundation. Now down here they build in a method called pier and beam. They don't do it that way, but they build with pier and beam because the ground is so weak and so vulnerable that they dig tunnels deep down into the soil and pour concrete in it to stabilize it, not risking a basement. They spend all of the resources digging deep enough so that they can hit something solid because they understand that they're building in an unstable environment, and if they don't dig down deep enough, then you can have erosion and wake up one morning and the whole place fall down. Our news is permeated right now with the case where one moment the house is standing and the next moment they have what is called a sinkhole and everything collapses. They said, how can this be? We're sitting in the house having a cup of coffee, and the next thing you know, the roof caves in, the floor gives way, and everybody's screaming, and they're digging and digging, trying to get victims out of a house that looked good on the outside. Inhabited, heated, cooled, air conditioning, water. How can it be that in a flash, immediate, everything collapses? In a flash, everything goes down. They said, we don't understand it. It wasn't like it was gradual. It wasn't like it was slow. It was just suddenly everything collapsed. They said, because the turbulence, the problem, the issue was not on the surface. It was underneath. That time only brings to fruition the reality of what was underneath. Yeah, things can look good on the surface, but underneath you can be in trouble and have the potential for a sinkhole and never realize it. Now, don't be afraid though, because if it's built right, it can withstand all the turbulence around it. If it goes down to something solid that does not break or doesn't move, if you tie into something and hit rock, you don't have to worry about it, because if you hit rock, everything around it may shift and move and vary, but if you hit rock, when it's all over, it's going to be the same. But people don't like to build too much because building takes too long. They want to get it right now. We don't want to build a career. Because the notion is that the building takes too long. Somebody asked me in a Q&A, what causes people to go after married people? I said, what had happened was, it's not that there's not a lot of good single men out there. Don't let anybody tell you that. It's true. But single men are not married men. They're single men, and they you have to build, but sometimes it's some good women out there. It's some really, really good women out there, but there may not be the wife you want them to be. You may have to do a little construction, and people who prefer going after married people, they just feel like building takes too long. Yeah. They want your job. They don't want to train for it. They don't want to work for it. They don't want to grow up in the corporation. They just want to walk in with a cute dress on and say, I'm here, and start doing what you do because they think it's easy. They don't want to earn the right to be who you are, because building takes too long. And I admit building is hard. It's hard. But if the only way you can know what you got, the only way you can step into the moment and be fully prepared for the moment, the only way you can deal with the thing and know that you got what it takes to sustain it is to build it from the ground up. Then you really know what you got. But brothers and sisters, Jesus really isn't so much teaching us how to build a house. He's really telling us how to build a life. And his concern is that people have a tendency to hear more word than they do. They love to come hear the word. Oh, where are you going? I'm going to hear the word. Oh, yes. I'm going to Dr. Duck's church because he can really preach the word, and I love to hear the word. I love to hear the word. Love to hear the word. I drove 45 minutes this morning to come hear the word. Glory to God. Oh, I see him on Twitter. Oh, Bishop was on this morning. He was on fire. He was preaching the word. Love the word. God the word. Love to hear the word. But Jesus is saying that hearing the word doesn't necessarily build the house. Now I understand faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. I know if you hear it, you get faith. But what does faith have to do with it if you're not going to do anything?
Still to come on The Potter's Touch.
Dig out everything that's flaky. Dig out everything that's shaky. Dig out everything that will break. Dig my fear out, my restlessness out, my give-up spirit, my quitting spirit, my turn-back spirit, my doubting spirit. Dig it out, Lord. My mind may be distraught, my body may be racked with pain, my enemies may surround me, but God, I still believe you. If I can have my little prayer time with him in the morning, I don't care what happens that day, I walk out the door armed and dangerous.
For helping us reach others with your gift of any size, you'll receive Radical Faith from the Unbeaten series on CD. Just write us, visit our website, or call 1-800-BISHOP-2. And when your gift is $70 or more, we'll give you all 5 Unbeaten messages on DVD as well.
I know who I am, I know where I am, I know whose I am, and I know when it's all over, I'm going to get the victory.
However, when your gift is $125 or more, we'll also add the book Tree of Life Psalms, offering hope and healing in the Hebrew Scriptures, along with a beautiful faith candle.
This time is not going to be like last time. The fight is on. Jesus says to them, I don't want you to just hear the word, I want you to do the word. I don't want you to just hear about healing. I want you to go out there and lay hands on the sick. I don't want you to just hear about victory. I want you to walk out the door and walk in victory. I don't want you to just hear that I'm going to bless you. I want you to walk in the blessing. I don't want you to just hear about loving your neighbor. I want you to practice on somebody that gets on your nerve. I don't want you to just, oh, I'm losing them, Lord. It's going to be tough this morning. I don't want you to just hear it so you can throw scriptures at everybody else. I want you to actively engage in the process of trying to do what you hear. Because when what you believe infiltrates your behavior, that's what gives you foundation. When what you believe infiltrates behavior, the process gives you foundation. Ah, yeah, you got me. The process, that's what I'm after. The process gives you foundation. When what you believe infiltrates behavior, the process gives you foundation. When what you believe infiltrates behavior, the process gives you foundation. It is not just the hearing of the word, nor is it the doing of the word. It is the process of doing the word that gives you foundation. It is the struggle. They don't hear me. It is the struggle. It is the wrestling. It is the praying. It is the pulling. It is the trial. It is the temptation. It is the stumbling and falling and getting back up again. It is the aggravation and the intimidation that gives you foundation. It's not just the mechanical influence of robotically doing the word. It is just that as you go to do it, you learn things about God that you didn't know. You learn things about yourself that you didn't know. You learn how to go through aggravation and heartache. You learn how to deal with obstacles and situations. And while you're trying to do and carry out what he told you to do, all of a sudden you're going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And so if he gave it to you without letting you build into it, you wouldn't be prepared for it. It is the process that gives you the power. It is the rejection and the alienation and the intimidation that drives you down to your knees, where you say, I thought I had this, and I thought I had that, and I thought I had the other, but if mama don't go, if daddy don't go, if sister, brother don't go. So he says, when you do it, he said, doing is digging. Doing is digging. If you look at the text, doing is digging. He said, when you do the word, you are like the man who dug down to the rock. When you start doing what God tells you to do, there is an inevitable digging process where everything that isn't solid has to get out of your way for you to be able to do what this is the process when friends leave. See, I gotta tell you this because it will look like the devil has gotten loose in your life, but it's not the devil, it's the shovel. And when the shovel starts digging down, everything starts moving. I want to talk to somebody who's getting a lot of movement in your life. Everything's moving. Things you thought would never move are moving. Look at somebody and say, I got some digging going on. He's digging me out. He's digging my friends out, my circumstances, my situation. He's teaching me to shut my mouth, teaching me to hold my peace, teaching me to change my... Has God stuck a shovel in your life? Digging past your fear, digging past your insecurity, digging past how you see yourself, digging past your limitations, digging you all the way down. He's gonna dig. He's gonna dig. He's gonna keep on digging. He's gonna keep on digging. He's gonna keep on digging until he hits rock. Oh, hallelujah. I'm about to get happy in here. Hallelujah. Tell somebody, tell them I got rock in there somewhere. I know I look fragile, and I know I look insecure, and I know I look intimidated, and I know my hands are shaking, and I know I'm nervous, and I know I don't look like I got much confidence in me, but if you back me in a corner, I got rock up in me somewhere. Is there anybody in here that knows you got rock somewhere? Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. The discipline of doing says there is no shortcut to excellence. You just can't fast track it. See, in this instant age we live in, we have lost any understanding of slow preparation. In this microwave, shake and bake, 30-minute quick serve, soup in a cup generation, we have lost all sense. I bet you there at least 30% of the people in here have never tasted a slow-cooked grit. They don't even know. They have never had anything but instant oatmeal. I bet you 30% of the people in the room have never had anything but Jiffy cornbread. In this Jiffy, instant, quick, easy serve age, when you get into something that requires slow cooking and stability, you think that the devil has gotten loose in your life. But they that wait upon the Lord, oh! Tell 3 people, say, I'm waiting on something. Waiting. I got to slow cook it. I got to dig it out. I've got to get some discipline. I've got to go through some struggle. I got to go through some heartache. But I'm working on something. And what I'm working on, it can't be instant. Oh, God, help me a minute. What I'm working on has got to be able to stand some stuff. What I'm working on has got to, when I get to the top of the hill, I got to be strong enough to stand. Somebody holler, dig it out, Lord. Dig out everything that's flaky. Dig out everything that's shaky. Dig out everything that will break. Dig my fear out, my restlessness out, my give up spirit, my quitting spirit, my turn back spirit, my doubting spirit. Dig it out, Lord. Dig out sensitivity and dig out my insecurity. And often the shovel God uses is people. Oh, we were having such good church till this end. It fascinated me when I went back and reviewed the text that the preceding verses were dealing with human relationships. How you treat people, how you handle people, what you say, what you don't say. And then I realized that God's shovel is often people. That he uses people and how we interact with them and how they interact with us to dig you down to something solid. The problem is, most of us really want to be dug down to somebody. If I can just get you to act right, do right, get yourself together so I can count on you. You can't build on the shovel. So the reason people keep hurting you and letting you down is because he's using that to get you to the rock. I wrote a book years ago. I wish I had waited and wrote it over now because I could write it so much better now than I wrote it at the time. I wrote a book, Can You Stand to Be Blessed? Can you stand to be blessed? Can you stand up to it? You busy talking about give it to me, but can you stand? Can you stand to be blessed? Can you stand up to it? It's not are you talented enough. It's not are you gifted enough. Can you stand up to all the things that come from it? Can you stand? And see, everybody wants to do the above ground work. Because the above ground work is the pretty stuff. Oh, look at the stone, and look at the windows, and look at the steeples, and look at the doors, and look at this, and look at the landscape. Oh, the landscaping. Have you ever seen such landscaping in all of your life? Oh, the interior decorating was just absolutely amazing. That's the stuff that gets you. The hand claps is for the above ground work. But it does not matter how beautiful things are above ground if there's all kind of craziness beneath the ground. Eventually, everything above ground will sink if you don't put the effort underground. You have to have discipline to do that. You have to be willing to work in places people don't see. You have to be willing to take the time that is necessary to prepare the foundation, even the more when you believe God is going to do something great in your life. The work goes down before the building goes up. I'll be right back with you after this. My mind may be distraught, my body may be racked with pain, my enemies may surround me, but God, I still believe you. If I can have my little prayer time with him in the morning, I don't care what happens that day, I walk out the door armed and dangerous.
For helping us reach others with your gift of any size, you'll receive Radical Faith from the Unbeaten series on CD. Just write us, visit our website, or call 1-800-BISHOP-2. And when your gift is $70 or more, we'll give you all 5 Unbeaten messages on DVD as well.
I know who I am, I know where I am, I know whose I am, and I know when it's all over, I'm going to get the victory.
However, when your gift is $125 or more, we'll also add the book Tree of Life Psalms, offering hope and healing in the Hebrew Scriptures, along with a beautiful faith candle.
This time is not going to be like last time. The fight is on. When will I sleep good at night? When life gets hard and tough and you feel like you're at the breaking point, there's something about being at that point that instead of going under, you go over. When will my marriage have the love back? Your baby is coming. The question is, do you have the strength to back down and deliver? When will I have real peace? God said in times past I winked at it, but I'm not winking at it right now. You got to get right about that, because where I'm getting ready to take you this year, you got to trim your wick so you'll be lit up and ready to go. Cut it back! Cut it out! It's over. When will my smile be real? These are the questions that plague the souls of men in silence. And the answers to those questions, they're in this message. The message is, it's all good. It is all good, even when it don't feel good. I'm sorry, brothers and sisters, I'm out of time. I gotta go, but as I go, I want you to know that the word of God that we have shared today, I pray, I believe, I trust it has fallen on good ground. And if it has, it's gonna be a harvest in your life. Dig real deep. Go through whatever you gotta go through. I know what it's like. I've been through some days I thought I couldn't make it. But having done all to stand, God brought me through. And sometimes if you just hold to your conviction, you'll understand better by and by, like the old folks said, why things happen the way they did. So you be encouraged. And know that there's this man down here in Dallas, Texas, praying for you and with you. And I believe that together, if we touch and agree, the best is yet to come. Hang in there. Write me when you can. I'd love to hear from you. God bless.
This is the part.